Hi everyone and welcome back to Liv's Loves channel. So today I'm going to be doing my makeup and I'm just a disclaimer right now. I'm going to be looking in this direction at some times so I can kind of see where my video is at and what is being shown. And so just a disclaimer there, but today I'm going to be doing my makeup. A friend of mine invited me to a girls thing this weekend, so I am going to on Zoom, just so everybody knows. So I'm going to be doing this eye makeup look to see if it's something that I want to do for the little Zoom thing we're having on Saturday. So first things first, I am going to do my eyebrows. I usually start with my eyebrows because it kind of just helps with shaping everything for my eyeshadow. And this is the Brow Wiz pencil in Ebony with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And so that's what I use on my eyebrows. And before I really start anything, I just kind of brush out my eyebrows. I'm also going to be looking up because I'm looking in my mirror. And so I just kind of brush them out where I kind of want them to go. And I'm going to do the rest of my eyebrows off camera. If you want to see a full eyebrow of how I shape my eyebrows and all this other stuff, put it in the comment section below what you want to see, and I can try and do a video on that next time. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did my eyebrows off camera, as you can see. I showed you the brow pencil that I used, and I also go in with the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is a little sample size that I got out of my Ipsy bag, and so I've actually really been liking this so far. I think I might actually end up buying a full one, so we'll see. And then I clean up my brows with the Il Makiage F on Flawless Multi-Use Perfecting Concealer. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I use it a lot. It's reflecting Il Makiage. I love their brand. And so I just kind of cleaned it up with that concealer. So now I'm going to go in, and I got this eyeshadow primer from Milani. I think I actually got this out of my Ipsy bag too. Actually, no, I got this through ULTA. I got an ULTA haul the other day. So it's this Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm going to try this out today and see if it makes a difference with my eyeshadow. So let's see here. I'm going to apply this onto my eyelids. Let's see, it comes in a little tube like that. I'm just going to put some on my hand because I'm not entirely sure. That's the consistency of it. The color looks like it'll be pretty good too. I wasn't sure about the color when I grabbed it. So I'm going to grab this BH Cosmetics brush that I got out of one of their brush sets. And I'm just gonna apply. Yeah, that looks like it'll be a really good color. I try to go lighter on my eyelids for any color that I put on, really, so that the color that I put on my eyelids stands out. I'm not sure how I feel about the consistency yet. I am kind of trying to brush it on, so I might put another layer just so that it's really smoothed on there. And I'll put some on this side first before I do that. With any kind of eyeshadow primer, you really want it to go on as evenly and as smoothly as possible, because it's going to be the base for any eyeshadow that you put on top of your eyelid. I don't know why, but this eye like always comes out like really smooth and clean, and this one just like doesn't. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. Like I always have to pack on another layer on this eye, but it's okay. I make it work. Just kind of like tap it on there. I know it looks like a lot right now. I know it does, but trust me, it will get better. I actually might wet my beauty sponge and like dab some of it on there too. Before I got started, I washed my face with my normal Clean and Clear soap. It's a foaming cleanser for sensitive skin because I tend to have sensitive skin sometimes. And so it's the Essentials Foaming Facial Cleanser. Is for sensitive skin. This is the step 1 process. It says it washes away problem-causing dirt, oil, and makeup without over-drying, and it's oil-free. And so I generally wash my face with that. And then let me see if I can reach around my camera here. And then I have this little Foreo face washer, and it vibrates. And so I use this to wash my face. I feel like it really gets a deep clean. I got this at a discounted price off of ULTA. I'm a platinum member on ULTA. So I tend to use whatever extra points and stuff that I have every so often. I'll use my points and get things at a cheaper price. And so I believe normally that goes for like $45. So it can be a little pricey, but if you're a platinum member, then you can like use your points to get a better price. So I really kind of I like to set my primer before I start my eyeshadow. Like I said, I know it looks really, really light, but it's gonna work out fine. So I like to set it and go in with, I have a full size and a sample size of this. This is translucent setting powder from Kat Von D. And so I just go in, get just like a little dab, and then click off the excess. And then I just kind of dab that into whatever primer I'm using so that it sets it in place, and it helps the eyeshadow blend on there really well. And it just allows everything to be in one sweeping motion. I used to use, like, sometimes I still do, but I have this, it's like a white primer for eyelids that I was using, so I could get the most out of the color, because having a color tone on your skin, it can really affect how colors look on your eyes. Like some colors are hard to see depending on how pigmented your skin is. Is that how you say that? How pigmented your skin is? Or just like how much melatonin you got? Melanin. It's melanin. How much you have as far as your skin goes. And so using like a white color on your eyelids to make the color pop can really help. So I got this one from Urban Decay. It's called Stay Naked Pro Customizer in pure white. And so sometimes I'll put this on my eyelids if I really, really want to get a good color pigmentation out of the colors that I'm using. Okay, so the primer is applied to my eyelids. Put this in the trash. And I'm going to be doing, I'm not sure if I said this already, but I'm going to be doing a green eyeshadow look. I love, love, love olive green color on my skin tone. Something about just the way the olive green goes with my yellow undertone and all of that, just, it makes me love the color that I do or how it looks with my skin. So I'm going to go in, actually I'm going to use this one. I'm going to take my big fluffy brush, and I have this dry makeup brush cleaner. If you're like me, you don't like having to like wash your brushes after every single time that you use them. And so I just swirl this around. This is what the inside looks like. And I just kind of swirl my brushes around there to get whatever loose powder and stuff that was on there from my last makeup look, to get it off of there. So I'm going to be using this brush too. I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quickly. It doesn't take much, just a couple of swirls around. And then that way you're not getting any color transfer from whatever color you used beforehand. And this is like really cheap. This is only like $5 off of Amazon. I don't think they have any more in store. They just opened our store back from being closed due to COVID. And so I don't think they have any more in store, but you can purchase it offline off of their website. Okay, one more. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to set this aside because I may end up using it later. So I'm going to take this Araceli Grande blending brush that came in one of my Ipsy bags. I love Ipsy so much because it lets you just like try a bunch of different products. You get products at discounts, at discounted prices. Like I just got a new palette as an add-on for what my Ipsy bag is for this month, and so I'm really excited to get it. I don't know if you've heard of her, but Dominique, she's the CEO of Dominique Cosmetics, and she's actually one of my inspirations for makeup. She made it look so easy that I wanted to start doing makeup. So I got into makeup about 2 years ago and have just been honing my skills ever since then. Like most of the time beforehand, I would put like a sweep of brown eyeshadow and then some eyeliner, and that was my makeup look. Like that was it. And so now I'm doing all these different colors and stuff. So it's really cool. So I'm going to be using the Zodiac BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. And this is the inside. There we go. It's shiny. And I'm going to be going into the shade Capricorn. First, I'm going to actually use the matte shade that's under Aquarius right here. I'm going to use that as kind of my base for my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to dip into this tan shade here. I'm going to sweep that from the crease up to my eyebrow. And something Dominique kind of told us about. Actually, I will be right back. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. Okay, I'm back, and I'm just sweeping that tan Aquarius shade over my eyelids. I'm sorry, underneath my brow and right where my crease is. I like to do tan shades right where the brow is because it just darkens up just a smidge that super light concealer and eyeshadow primer that we used on our entire lid. So far I'm actually really liking this eyeshadow primer. We'll see how it looks when it's finished, but so far I'm actually really liking it. Okay, so after that color, I'm going to grab this one actually I don't think has a name, just a symbol, but it's an all over shadow brush. Here's the symbol. I'm not entirely sure what symbol that is. It looks like a C. I'd have to go back and look at the card, but I'm going to get it's my Ray Ray palette from BH Cosmetics, and this is what the outside looks like. She actually still has this one, I think, on BH Cosmetics. I'm not sure. But if you can't find it for whatever reason, this is what the inside looks like. And I'm going to be using this green shade right here. And so if you have anything that's similar to that green shade, then you can use that. So I'm just going to dip into that just a little bit. Tap off any excess. I'm going to use this mirror too. And then just kind of like sweep that just where the crease is. It's very, very pigmented in this palette, and so I don't want to use too much because I don't want this green to overpower the olive green that I'm going to be using. I just want it to complement it. And so I'm just using a tiny bit and starting on the outside middle, working my way in. Because that's where most of the eyeshadow is going to go. It's going to go right in this section here. And so you just want to lightly sweep that into the inner corners. Something I learned from Dominique is you hold the brush on the outside and it's a lot easier to use a light hand with the eyeshadow if you're sweeping it from holding it on the outside. Because you don't want to get heavy-handed and then all of your eyeshadows in one area instead of where you originally wanted to have it. Get just a little bit more and put it on this side. And then just blending it to blend in with the nude tan color that we used. So it just kind of goes together seamlessly. I am not a professional. I'm just going to say that right now. I am not a professional at makeup, okay? Just heads up right there. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And so people think that I look like I've professionally done my makeup, and I am not a professional. Just full disclosure. I'm like getting messages on my phone. My phone is usually so dry. And then all of a sudden, people are blowing up my phone today. Okay, so that is good for what I'm doing on my eyes right now for that specific green. And now, here's the look so far. I don't know how well you can see it, but we'll see when I go back to watch this later. Don't mind my hair either. I'm going to lay this down. But I'm not going anywhere today, so it's okay. Today is just about the makeup. So now I'm going to go into this super gorgeous pretty shade right here in Capricorn. And so I'm going to use this really dark olive green right here. I'm just going to dip just a smidge using the same brush. I tend to do that. I use the same brush. And I'm going to just put that right on the outside and then tap that in. And then sweep it just a little bit. And I'm only going to about right here, right in the middle of the eyelid. I don't want it to go all the way in because I'm going to use a different shimmery shade today, I believe. I'm going to do a shimmery shade today. And so just tap it right on the outside and sweep it in. I'm going to get a little bit more. I like this part of my eye to be super pigmented with whatever shadow I choose. Yeah, that's good. And when everything comes together, it just like looks really, really, just really good. Sometimes I'll be feeling myself a little bit. Gotta have that confidence. Just saying. Sometimes you be looking at it like, ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, this is cute. And when you get used to doing eyeshadow too, like you'll know that as you're doing it, it starts to look really good even before you're finished. So you don't even have to feel like you need to get to the finished product to have the look that you're going for. I always love doing some sort of little smoky eye, and you can do a smoky eye with any color, okay? And so I'm going to, because I'm doing an olive green and I don't want it to be like too in my face smoky eye. I'm not sure what time the girls thing is that we're doing just yet. So I'm going to go in with I'm going to go in with this chocolatey brown color right here. I could either do this one or this one under Libra. These are both like really dark browns. I don't want to do black because that's like that's going to be too much of a smoky eye. But I'm going to go in with either this one or this one. I'm going to try this one first because I like this chocolatey brown color. And I'm going to get just a little bit on the tip of my brush, just a smidge. And I'm going to just dab that into the outer corners of my eye. I don't even want to move it. I just want to dab that in. Yeah, that actually worked really, really good. I'm using a Morphe brush. I got it in this cute little Morphe brush package collection. And so there's no like specific number on it. But yeah, I'm just dabbing that little corner. And that's giving me just a hint of a smoky eye right there. And then just softly blend that into the olive green color that we used. That way it's like a cohesive look. Yeah, I really like this brown. I like chocolatey brown colors with my skin tone too. And it's a good way to make like a daytime smoky eye look without like being too heavy. So you can use a brown, you could use black for like a nighttime smoky eye. I know sometimes I like to use a black on top of a purple. Like if I'm doing a purple type of look, I'll use a smidge of black. But you have to just be careful when you're doing black smoky eyes because black is extremely pigmented and a tiny little bit goes a long way. So I'm using kind of like a lot of brown right now, but if I were to use black, I would do the one little dip, dab it, and that's all I would need for that eye. That's it. Okay, so eyeshadow is just about done. I'm going to take this really big fluffy brush. That's number 5, also part of a different BH Cosmetics brush collection. I love brushes. And I'm going to take that same tan color that I used before, dab off the excess, and I'm just going to sweep that over my entire lid because I kind of lost it a little bit when I was blending the green in. And so I'm just going to sweep that over the entire underbrow area up into the crease. With my skin tone, I don't use too much yellow. Sometimes I like to use yellow as a transitioning shade. Like maybe along with this nude color that I did. But I feel like yellow just doesn't pop up as much. I have a yellow undertone, so I feel like it doesn't pop as much when I do it that way. So I don't usually use yellow, just every so often. And now that the eyelids are done, I'm going to take this shader pencil from a Sephora package. And it's like a flatbread brush, just like that. And I'm going to use that to sweep under the eyelid right where the waterline would be, right underneath it. So I'm going to take that Capricorn olive green color, tap off the excess. I'm going to use a smaller mirror. And I'm just going to sweep that right underneath here. Just to the middle part of the eye, because that's where we put the color at before. And then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that chocolate brown color again. And just go right on the outer corner so that the smoky eye just looks cohesively together. Okay. I'm going to take my dry makeup brush cleaner and clean that really quick. because now one of my favorite parts about doing eye looks is I'm going to put the shimmery shade on top. So I'm not sure just yet what color I want to go with. I feel like sticking to this olive green tone. So I think I'm going to use this Capricorn shimmery shade right here. And I'm just going to get some of that on my flat brush. I might have to spray the brush because I've done this before so many times that I'm not sure how much color I'm going to get off of it, just like this. But I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that from this middle inner corner right to the middle of the eye. And I think I'm going to mix it with just a little bit of this Golden Girl shade right here. Actually, I'm gonna mix it with this Shining shade at the top here, like this nude. So I'm gonna put this color and this Capricorn color together because I think that's actually really pretty. And it'll give just that extra shine that I want to the eyelid. And I'm just packing it in, packing it and sweeping it in there. So it's just a subtle shimmer shade right there. And so I'm going to get some more of that shimmery Capricorn color. Sometimes what you have to be careful of is like I'll spray the brush and then I'll get some of the shimmer shade that I'm using and then I'll put it on my eyelid because it makes the pigment of that shimmer really pop. But you have to be careful with doing that because depending on what kind of eyeshadow it is, it'll make it kind of hard to get any more out without doing it that way. So like I'm trying to get some without using the spray, the setting spray on my brush, but it made it like really compact inside of the palette, so it's making it a little bit hard to get it, but it's okay. So like this is what it looks like without adding that shine-in color, and this is what it looks like with the shine-in color. So I actually do like the fact that I added that shining color on top of it because it gave it like a olive green golden brown kind of look, which I think is super cute. Okay. So now I think I'm just going to take this shine color only. I'm going to get it just on the edge of my brush. And I'm going to put that right on this inner corner where the waterline is to the middle where that olive green color is. And just kind of be careful when you do that because sometimes it like powders back into your eye. But it gives it such a cohesive, pretty look that I don't like to skip it because I feel like almost like I didn't finish my eye look if I don't do that. Okay. Ooh. So I am officially done with my palettes here for eyeshadow. The eyeshadow is finished. And I think I'm actually going to keep one of these out so I can use the mirror as I do my makeup. Or finish my makeup, I should say. So, now that the eyeshadow part is done, I'm going to go in and do the eyeliner part. And I'm just going to say what eyeliners I'm using and then I'm going to do them off camera. So this is the Sephora brand. Is so like low down I can't even read all the writing, but this is a Sephora black eye crayon, and this will go on my waterline. And then I love like liquid pencil liners, And so this one is the Araceli Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner in Night. This is what it looks like. It came in one of my Ipsy bags, and I believe I ended up ordering a full-size one. So this is the full-size one. And I love this eyeliner so much. I'm going to put this one on my top eyelid. I'm going to do a wing. If you're not sure how to do a wing and you want like a full-on tutorial like with that one too, go ahead and comment in the section below if you want to see that. And I can maneuver some things around so I can do a tutorial on that. So I'm going to turn off my camera here really quick, and I will be right back with my eyeliner done. Okay, I'm back. Eyeliner's done on the waterline and also the wing for my eye. This one wanted to give me fuss. But I'm already primed. I primed my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I really love this primer. I'm getting one from Il Makiage that I'm going to be trying out soon. Hopefully it gets here by the end of next week, hopefully. And when I get that, I might do a video just to kind of show my first impressions on it. But I am primed and ready for foundation. So I have my beauty blender. Well, this one's not a beauty blender. This one's actually the e.l.f. sponge, I believe. And I love this one even better than beauty blender because I feel like it covers more of my face. And so I'm going to be taking, let me grab it here, my Il Makiage foundation in the shade 180 Woke Up Like This. And it looks like this. And I love this foundation so much because it just goes like pretty much exactly with what my skin is. And so I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm going to put about 2 pumps. Actually, I'm probably going to do about 3 on the back of my hand here. And I'm just going to dip and dab some of that on my face. The rest of it on my forehead, and I'm just gonna press this into my skin. Like, are you seeing this right now? Like, it looks almost exactly like my face. It's the closest shade I've ever had to my face. Like, you could see I had a little breakout. This one's actually, it's shrinking, but it's not quite all the way there yet. And it just like covers it pretty good. As far as like breakouts go, if you have a zit that's like popping out of your face, to me, in my own opinion, there is no way that you can have anything fully cover that up. I really don't think so. I've watched various YouTubers say that they have. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really feel like it's just a filter and good lighting if you're not seeing all of their imperfections on their face, because it's almost like as soon as you get close up on it, you can see everything. I know like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a full coverage girl, so I just put layers of foundation on. I don't like to cake up my face like that. I like more of a natural smooth finish, and so for the most part, like, I don't put like an entire boatload of foundation on my face. I might like put a tiny bit more in a few spots, but for the most part, like, I stick to the 2 pumps. Get right here just so that's cohesive. And so I'll probably get like a tiny bit more just to put like right here in my nose and right around here. I don't want to put too much because wearing makeup for a long period of time does break out the face, no matter how you do it. I have worn this foundation for like 12 hours before, and it was just, it looks amazing. And one thing I have started doing as well is like putting powder on to set the foundation itself. And so I am going to do that. I'm just going to put like a smidge more around here. just to kind of even things out. I feel like I had a lot right here. Put a smidge more over that spot because I want it to at least be the same color as the rest of my face and not some like dark or reddish pimple that's coming out. Just got off of that time of the month, and you know how it is, ladies, it breaks you out. So this is actually relatively clear compared to what I was dealing with. And then I put like a little bit on my neck, but I'm not going to put much because I'm going to just put whatever is left because, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. If I was going out somewhere, I'd put like probably another pump or so on my neck so that my face and my neck are all cohesive, but I'm not going nowhere, so we good. Okay, so now that foundation is on, I am going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It's in packaging like this, super cute. I like how it's rounded and not just flat at the top, and how this is like a matte kind of finish. I think it's super cute that they do that. And I'm just gonna take like a little bit on my sponge and I'm just gonna dab that like all over my face. I recently tried this when I went to a small little thing at my sister's house. There's only like 6 of us there, but I recently tried this and I loved how like flawless it made my skin look, and I knew that that was like the one thing I was missing out of my normal makeup routine, which was setting liquid foundation on your face so it doesn't go anywhere. Like, I've slept on the couch and it came, like, I woke up the next morning and my face was just like still really good. So it's like, let me just start adding this. And then, you know, I don't see a whole lot of YouTubers like demonstrate this part of doing their face. Like, you can even see, like, other than this small breakout that I had right here, like, it's like coming out really, really good. It doesn't look cakey, and it just sets all of the foundation that you have on your face really well. So I thought that was really good to show. So foundation is now on. I'm gonna go in with my concealer from Il Makiage that I showed earlier and that I'd cut my eyebrows with. And I'm going to apply that underneath the eyes here. This concealer is literally like one shade lighter than me. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And so I like to put a little bit extra because they tell you on the packaging you only need like 3 dots underneath the eyes and you just blend it out, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, no, I need more. So I like to put a little bit of extra because it doesn't, it like blends really, really well with whatever's on my face, especially since I'm using their foundation as well. And so I just like to put a little bit extra since it blends so well. And then I'll put like a little tiny bit, like I'm gonna blend right there anyway, but I'm gonna put a little tiny bit right in here to kind of see if I can camouflage this breakout on my face that you guys are seeing right now, because that's not cute. And sometimes I get like a little oily right here, so I like to put a little bit right in my nose area too. And we'll see how that goes. I was blending with my beauty blender or my sponge. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. However, I have started to like, actually I'm gonna just go ahead and use this. It's a Moda Pro RNL glow brush. I'm not sure, did I use this? No, I used this for highlighter last time, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I normally do, and I'm gonna just blend this out with my sponge, just dabbing until it like blends out, and try to just stick to that one little area. Like, I know it's hard, but when you're blending, you want it to kind of stick to I have bad posture. You just kind of have it go where you want it to go. You don't want to put it all over your face. And just kind of blend it until it's like cohesive and blends with everything on your face. Yeah, camouflage just a tiny bit, not by much, but it's okay. I'm not surprised because I was eating a lot of sugar and not drinking a whole lot of water this week, so it's okay. As you could tell, I don't live alone, so sometimes I have to keep stopping my videos because somebody's coming in and talking or whatever. And then I'm just going to blend this underneath my eye, getting as close to the shadow that I put there to kind of cover up any dark circles, because I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. That's why my eyes are red too. I went to bed late and then had to get up super early to make a poster board for a friend of the family who's not feeling too good right now. He doesn't have COVID or anything, but he's not feeling so good, so he has to start chemotherapy, and to kind of just help them realize they're not alone in the situation, him and his wife, we made a poster board so when he gets home today, he'll have like, you know, stuff to just kind of make him feel better. Okay, so now that that's blended, I am going to take my Sasha Buttercup setting powder. It's in this shade, I don't even know if they have different shades of this. Oh, the Buttercup might actually be the shade. I got this so long ago, I can't even remember, but it might be the shade. I don't have enough out, so I'm just gonna tap a little bit out of there. Okay, and so I'm just going to take some of my powder on my sponge here and put that underneath my eye for not really like a mini bake, more of just like a set. When you're using anything like liquid, you kind of just want to set everything so that throughout the day the liquid just doesn't move around. If you're going about your day and like you have an oily nose, like I have a really oily nose and I get really oily underneath my nose and stuff too, you just want to like, you don't want to go through the day and be sweating, especially in this heat. You don't want to be sweating your makeup off. And so the powder just kind of sets the liquid in place. And then when you spray with the setting spray, it sets it in that much more. So that you're really like, your makeup's really not gonna go anywhere. Sometimes it may feel like it's moving, but it's really not. I like to press the powder into my face. You'll see YouTubers like sweep it off of their face. I don't do that too much. Like I'll do like a tiny sweep after I've already put it in place like this. Any excess, so that way your face doesn't look cakey. And just kind of do that. And so there you go, concealer is finished. And now I am going to contour. So I was using the first It's My Ray Ray palette from BH Cosmetics. It looks like this. This is what I was using for my contour. It was this shade right here, as you can tell, because I used it a lot. But she discontinued this palette, or BH Cosmetics discontinued the palette. It had been there for a really long time, and they're constantly switching things out. And so I had to find a different contour to use for my face. And so I've been using this Milk Makeup matte bronzer to contour, and it looks like this. It's this cute little mini one, and I just kind of go, if you're new at this, I suck in my cheek a little bit and I go along the line of right underneath my cheekbone, just until about like the middle part of my cheek. So it's not a whole lot, it's not super dark, but it's a good light color to use, especially if you're really new at trying to contour. Put a little bit on my nose here, and then I like to put a little bit extra right around my forehead to make it look a little smaller, give it an illusion. This is the area I'm a little self-conscious about. Okay, put a little bit right here on the jawline just to kind of define the jawline a little bit more. I don't know about you, but during this quarantine, I have been putting on a little bit of weight because I'm eating junk food so much and not working out. I'm going to get back on my workout routine, okay? I've just said it in the video, put it out there. I'm going to get back to my workout. But I don't want to be looking around when I'm going out, so that just kind of defines the jawline a little bit. Blend this a little bit. Just a tiny across. I didn't put any right here, but a little bit across the nose. And then I'm going to blend this upward. You don't want to blend down because it's not going to give your cheeks that almost like hollowed out look that you want to have. And so just blend it upward. Blend whatever's around the hairline into the hairline. And that's another thing that I really like about this bronzer too. Like, it blends really, really easy. It's a cream bronzer, and so it just blends really, really easy. I'm gonna fix my edges, don't worry. Just for like my little picture after my video and stuff. As you get used to doing this, like, I'm taking a really long time today. But as you get used to doing it, it gets like a little bit faster, especially if you already know what you're doing with your face. Like what colors you want to use and stuff. The very first time I did this entire process, it took me probably like an hour and a half, I think. I want to say it took like an hour and a half the first time. But now, like, when I was doing it consistently, I could get it down to about 45 minutes, 35 minutes-ish, depending on what I was doing, if I was being like super extensive with my eyeshadow and stuff. And it gets faster. But when you really want to get cute, if you going out or like the first time there's a gathering or a party after quarantine and you want to get super cute for it, then by all means take that hour and do your face, because you know it's the first time you want to get super cute because you're about to be seen by everybody. So, did the contour. I'm going to go in with some bronzer over the contour just to kind of help. It gives a little bit of color to the bronze because this is a brown, and so I just want to give it a little bit of reddish bronze. So this is a Lovecraft Beauty bronzer that came, it looks like this. And it came in one of my Ipsy bags. I absolutely, like I said, most of my makeup these days that I use actually came out of my Ipsy bag. But I'm just going to get a little bit of the bronzer on there and go right where the cheek is, right where I put that contour color. And this is super pigmented, so I do not need a whole lot to achieve the look I'm going for. And it's almost like it sets that cream contour as well, since I did a cream. It's not quite a liquid, so it's not going to move like a liquid would, but it just kind of, to me, it sets it a little bit more. Put some more color in the face. Okay. Bronzer's done. We're getting down to the wire. We're almost done. I'm going to take this. Oh, the brush that I was using for that too, by the way, it's a Earth Therapeutics brush. This was, I've been trying to find this again. This was, it's a charcoal infused brush, and so it's supposed to help with like toxins and stuff in the skin as well. I absolutely love it, but this, I don't know if you can find anywhere else. I've been trying and looking on Amazon and various other places. Not sure if you'll be able to get your hands on that again, but that's the brush that I use for my contour. And so now I'm going to use this number 302. It says ROT on it, but I'm going to use this brush. I got it from the ULTA store a while ago. They might still have it, but I thought it was super cute with the sparkly pink and stuff. And I'm going to use this for my blush. And the blush I'm using is from Tarte. It's called Party Dress. It's an Amazon Clay 12-hour blush. And so I'm just going to, this is the inside. It's really pretty pink. It's not overshadowing. It's not like a whole lot. And I'm just going to dab a little bit on there and put it on my cheekbone. Just to give us a little bit of nice rosiness there. Just a little bit of pink, just a little. Don't need a whole lot, but it gives some color back to the face. Okay, highlighter. I'm gonna take that Glow BMX 265 brush from R&L Moda Pro. Looks like this. And I'm gonna take this, it's my Ray Ray palette. That's generally, like I said, what I use. And I'm going to take the Radiant shade right here. I'm just going to dab this in just a smidge because her highlighter is like really pigmented. I'm just going to sweep that right where the brow bone would be. Or not the brown, but the cheekbone right at the top right there. Just kind of sweep that there. The first time I used this brush for this highlight, like, I was glowing. I didn't expect it to hit that much, but it did. Now I'm just going to take a tiny bit and put it right on the bridge of my nose here. Sweep it right at the tip. Tiny bit and put it right here. And that's all I really, where I really want it. To highlight underneath my brow bone, I used this small small brush that I got in a palette a long time ago. The tip looks like this, so if you want to get something like that, I find it a lot easier. Sorry about my chair. I find it a lot easier to put highlights underneath my brow and my inner corners. I'm going to be using this Degafo 18 color eyeshadow kit that I got off of Amazon a while ago, like a really long time ago. And it's got like really pretty colors in here. The shadows are actually pretty good, at least the ones that I've used so far, but I tend to use this one a lot for my highlighting and stuff. So I'm going to dip into that just a little bit. Put that underneath my brow bone, give some extra definition to that brow. And then I'm going to put some in my inner corners. This gives you more of a wake up look. When you put like a light shimmery color right here, it just makes you look more like you're awake, like you're not super tired. And I'm super tired, so I need some of that. Okay. So once that is finished, I am going to go in with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. This one I got because I love the packaging. It was the Summer Solstice from last time they had it out. I think it was last summer, but I know I got this less than a year ago. I know I did. I'm going to go in with this, shake it just a smidge, and I'm going to spray my face. I definitely go heavy-handed on the spray because, like I said, when I go out, I don't want this to move. Like, look at how long it took us to do this. You don't want it to go nowhere. And once that's done drying, I am going to do this part off camera, but I have this super cute lashes set. These are the lashes. And so they're not like, they don't look as bold as they actually are. Actually, these are my bolder ones. I'm gonna have to get my other ones, but I usually use, these are my daytime, and then they have some like bolder ones underneath. These are more like nighttime. And these are magnetic lashes that I got off of Amazon. And so you'll put this special magnetic liner that they give you on your eyelids. And then you just put the magnetic lashes on and you're good to go. Like, they're not really going anywhere. And I will come back and do some lips with you guys in a sec. Okay, lashes are on. I just love magnetic lashes. They make things so easy. And these ones like aren't super crazy, and so it just worked out perfect. Oh, I got like eyeliner or something on my eyes. Okay, so I put on my lower lashes this I want to say it's Dooch Bombastic Lash Volumizer Mascara. Came in one of my Ipsy bags, and I love this one. I will get a full size of that one eventually. And now we're just going to put some lips on and we will be finished. I put on some cocoa butter chapstick beforehand because I don't like my lips to be dry before I put lipstick and stuff on. And I'm not usually a lipstick person, but yeah, I'm going to put it on for the sake of this video. So I got this cute little e.l.f. Rose Gold Matte Lip Vault. It came with all of these pretty colors. And so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna take this praline right here. I'm a very, very nude lip person. I like nude lips. I feel like it just does something better for my face in particular. So I'm gonna try this one out. I haven't tried it yet. It looks like it has like a pink tint to it, which I'm not a fan of. I usually don't like pink anything on my lips. Oh, yay, it's like super nude. I actually like really love that. I think I'm just gonna put this whole thing all over my lips. So give me a sec. Let me get a smaller mirror here. Yeah, that works for me. Cool. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my lip gloss because I like putting lip gloss on before too. Okay, I have this lip gloss by Pixie. It says Pixie by Petra. And so it looks like this. Also found on Ipsy. I loved it so much that I ended up getting another one. And so I'm just gonna... And it has like a minty kind of refreshing feel to it. So we are finished. This is the completed makeup look. I feel like it came out really like too pretty for me to stay at home, but I am. So now I'm going to fix my edges, and that is actually it for this video. I'm just gonna fix my edges so I can take my picture as my thumbnail. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a lot of it was talking and putting the makeup on as well, so hopefully it's not too long for you to sit and watch in order to follow along with, but I hope I explained everything in enough detail for you to be able to do this look on and be successful with it on your own. And if you have any ideas for what you would like to see in my next makeup look, leave them in the comment section below. Or if you have any ideas for what my sign off can be, please send me some ideas, because I'm still trying to figure out what my sign off is going to be. So in the meantime, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you later.